cool part is, and this is Tony Robbins' words, not mine, is we all overestimate what we can do in a year, and we all underestimate what we can do in 5. I think it's overstated to say this is a crazy time in history, but this is a crazy time in history, right? And it's easy to get distracted, and it's easy to blame outside circumstances. It just is. I mean, let's just face it, that's kind of a trend right now. When you agree that it's someone else's fault and no one supports me, and you know, let's just say it like it is. We all have something. We're all dealing with something. We've all dealt with something. We've all been let down by somebody. We all have the stuff that goes inside in here that we can tend to drive ourselves a little insane, right? We question ourselves. We don't feel strong enough. We feel inferior. We have imposter syndrome. We have a husband or a spouse or a partner that doesn't support us in the way you'd like to be supported. You have a friendship where you keep score way too much and it's back and forth even though you've been friends forever, or a family member. We let ourselves down. We let other people down. While simultaneously we're inspired, motivated, we want to do more, be more, impact more, and sometimes that inner like tug of war is insanity. Welcome to being human. Like, the part I want to share is we all have it at every level. If your back's against the wall and money's tight, you have a set of challenges. If money's okay and you're doing pretty well and you've kind of mastered the thing that you do and that's not a problem, but you know you are meant for another level and you're scared about the transition, welcome to being human. And if you're crushing it and you feel empty on the inside, the money's there, you've mastered something, but you know you're meant to serve, and it's a little confusing. Welcome to being human. Like, this is just the human condition, and what we decide to do with this amazing journey around the sun is our decision, is our choice. And I want to tell you, thank you for choosing to spend some time with me. Thank you for wanting to do more. Thank you for being here today. There's a million other things you could have been doing today than being here. I know that. In so many times in life, you see, listen, we have so many people in so many areas just absolutely doing amazing. And sometimes when you see other people achieve, it's there as motivation, but sometimes it can be demotivating. Like, oh my God, they're crushing it. I don't have the time. I don't have the support. I'm not that good at reading. I have dyslexia. I have ADD. I have this, I have that. And it almost can deflate us a little bit when other people achieve great success. Who succeeds? And I'd love for you to write this down. If you got a journal, and this is not, maybe someone else wrote this, but I wrote it down. I put 2 stars around it. But I was trying to think, who succeeds, right? Do you succeed just because you have real capabilities? Or do you succeed when you take action, right? So what I said, who succeeds? Those willing to do what others aren't. You should write that down today. Who succeeds? Those willing to do what other people aren't. Listen, you've heard me say it way too many times, but there's no such thing as a magical money machine. There's no such thing as getting rich for doing nothing. Making impact on others, being the head of being a leader in your industry, right? Allowing people to learn from your journey in life and make great money doing it. It doesn't come easy, but it's insanely realistic when you have one of the fastest growing industries in the world, when you have life experiences, when the world realizes knowledge is the new currency, and people want to pay you to go faster in your area of expertise, your niche, or your dot. All the ingredients are there. So what's left? The person you looked at in the mirror this morning when you brushed your teeth. So how do we start this 45-degree angle to where we want to be? Our goals, our dreams, our desires, impact, next level, selling a course, mastermind, workshop, coaching, writing your book, launching your podcast. Well, how do we get there? Okay, so we start with capabilities, right? And then all of a sudden that being deflated or kind of fading away happens, and what do we have to do to remember? We have to work on our mindset. And I want to circle this as the most important key to your success, because all the tools in the world mean crap if you tell yourself you can't, if you feel you won't, if you focus on your failures, not your accomplishments, if you focus on what you lost, not what you can gain. Right? If you focus on what you're not good at rather than what you're amazing at. If you focus who doesn't support you rather than focus on who does support you. Right? All these things. Right? And then once you have the mindset, then all the other things, if you're in the self-education industry, you know, you focus on your dot and who you're going to serve it to, and hook, story, close, and getting your course up on mastermind.com and tweaking it to make it amazing, and then getting marketing there. And this is just the journey of where you want to go. Now, This could be in your relationships. This could be in your life, being a parent, right? But this is our journey, right? And if you look at it as this one little piece at a time, it doesn't seem overwhelming because you need all these to get where you are. But the cool part is, and this is Tony Robbins' words, not mine, is we all overestimate what we can do in a year, and we all underestimate what we can do in 5. The next 5 years is going to go by anyway, right? You might be making great money. Would you like to make more money so you could give it away? You might understand the knowledge industry and you got your dot, but you don't know how to actually start cashing checks. Wherever you are in this journey, there's just a gap. So what takes away the craziness, the fear, the overwhelm is know that we all have gaps. We all have gaps. I mean, I'm really open and honest. I went through a divorce. I obviously had a gap in how to be involved in a perfect and an amazing, not perfect, but the best relationship possible, to support my spouse, to be somebody better. And after I went through a divorce and I worried about my kids and all that kind of crazy stuff, I obsessed on it. And I worked on filling that gap to become a better man, not just find someone to fill me up. I needed to become the man that attracted someone so I could fill this gap and be a real partner, a real significant other to someone, be an example of what's possible. And because I obsessed on filling that gap, and I'm not perfect, I'm still working on it, I attracted the love of my life because I worked on the gap. If you want to get next level healthy, you have certain things, but there's a gap from where you are to where the health you want to be. Not trying to beat a dead horse. But I love this. I think about it all the time because when you start thinking, oh my God, I don't know my dot. I don't know if I'm going to narrow it down. I'm not even sure what it is. And I don't know if I can do this. Take a deep breath, draw on a line and go, okay, I'm just in this progress. I'm right here. I got some dot work to do. Forget everything else and just go to work on that, right? Because, again, no matter where you are, if we're not climbing, we're sliding. If we're not growing, we're dying. You're always going to be on this trajectory, but you're here. By working on your mindset, that's the most important thing. By gaining the tools, all you're doing is chipping away at the pieces to get rid and close this gap. And when you look at it that way, doesn't it just make you go, oh, I just got a few more things to work on, right? I just got some more stuff. I got to fill the gap and search for those capabilities. So I wanted to share this because, listen, I can give you a time management and implementation tools, but if your mindset's all jacked up, really, does any of it work? Can we be honest? If you question yourself, you feel like an imposter, your self-doubt hits you, you failed before, you've wasted money before, we're never going to do it again. If you do all that stuff, it doesn't matter if I teach you the greatest strategies in the world, you're going to give up on you. So 3 things I want you to write down. Protect your mindset. Protect your mindset. Watch what you allow in. Watch the thoughts that accumulate in your mind. Protect your mindset. Number 2 is protect your confidence. Protect your confidence. The news, friends, inner self-doubt, all those things chip away at your confidence and they're cumulative. So you're like, I'm doing this, I'm going all in. You tell a friend and she's like, oh, maybe you could do it. You know, that world's kind of moving kind of fast. And you got like 20 followers on Instagram. You're like, no, I can do it. But it stacks up a little. And then you go home and watch the news and like the world's going to hell in a handbasket and it stacks up a little more. So then you go to your like mom, dad, brother, sister, husband, wife, significant other, lover, partner, friend, and you tell them and they're like, man, it's kind of hard these days. Not one of them is qualified to give you that information. You have more capabilities at your fingertips with mastermind.com. You have the blueprint to where the freaking treasure lives. And you're asking somebody who has no idea about this industry, but cumulatively you're letting it build up and then one day you go, maybe this won't work for me. And the day you say that is the day the slippery slope back to who you are starts. And who you are is amazing, but you wouldn't be here if you didn't want more. Serve more, called to serve, impact more, right? So it doesn't mean that where you were sucks, it just means you know where you need to be going, right? The third one is protect your dreams. Protect your dreams. You know, Trent Sheldon said it and it always sticks with me, but then Lisa Nichols, oh my God, if you were at the World Summit, did that girl just light it up or what? Oh my God, Lisa Nichols floors me every time I watch that girl. And they said basically the same thing. Protect your dreams and your goals, because when you tell other people your dreams and they look at you like, really? You're gonna do that? Oh, isn't that cute? It's like, stop trying to convince other people to believe in your dreams. If you follow what Lisa Nichols and Trent Shelton both said, it's like, whether God, universe, but I believe in God, so I like the saying that when Trent said, why would you expect others to get your dreams when God gave it to you? Man, when Lisa said that, Trent said it, it's like so true. How many times have we tried to tell people and convince them that what we're doing is noble and the right thing and it's achievable and you're going to do great? God didn't give them that dream. They gave it to you. So stop trying to convince them. So we must protect our mindset, protect our confidence, and protect our dreams.